This is a Wild Walla Walla Wine Woman, and tonight we're tasting wines from my dining room. In fact, tonight we're tasting rosés, Washington State rosés. The lineup tonight of Washington wines is a pretty diverse one. And let me say again, this is a Washington dry rosé tasting. Randall PR firm of Seattle is hosting it, along with Paul Gregutt, our beloved wine writer. The rosé wines that will be tasted at Lake Union, Paul will be tasting the Syncline Wine Cellars 2009 Rosé from Columbia Valley, priced at $16. WARose Winery 2009 Rosé from the Walla Walla Valley, priced at $18. And it is a blend of 67% Syrah and 33% Viognier. Chinook Wines 2009 Cabernet Franc Rosé from the Yakima Valley, that is priced at $14.99. Sleight of Hand Cellars here in Walla Walla, their 2009 Rosé of Cabernet Franc, it's priced at $17.99. Charles & Charles 2009 Rosé of Syrah from the Columbia Valley, that is priced at $12.99. Then we have Lullaby Winery 2008 Rosé of Grenache from the Columbia Valley, priced at $16. Barnard Griffin 2009 Rosé of Sangiovese from the Columbia Valley, priced at $12. And Dusted Valley, we have their Ramblin' Rosé 2009, priced at $18. And then I have a Renegade wine here, a rosé, that is from Skylight Cellars. And it is 100% Sangiovese. Unfortunately, I didn't receive all of the wines. I was hoping to have the opportunity to taste some of the wines from out of Walla Walla. Recently I was told that there's more to Washington State wines than Walla Walla, so I thought this would be our opportunity. But sure enough, it was Walla Walla that came through for me. Thank you, WARose. Thank you, Dusted Valley. And thank you to Cheryl at Skylight Cellars. Here's a photo of another wine that was being tasted this evening, and I have tasted this wine. This is the Lullaby 2008 Rosé of Grenache. Very beautiful wine. I tasted this at the Seattle Chef's Table at White House Crawford here in Walla Walla. Gorgeous, very deep red, and just very full flavored, luscious, very luscious. Okay, another wine that I have already tasted, and this is from Walla Walla, and it's the Sleight of Hand Cellars 2009 Magician's Assistant Rosé. And I was really fortunate to taste this wine just before the spring release weekend. Trey kindly invited me into his tasting room, and as always, there's no doubt this wine is going to sell out before the end of the season. It's 100% Cabernet Franc Rosé. All right, this is the time, the moment, what I've been waiting for. Now I get to taste the rosé. We're going to taste the WARose. (2009). I think I poured myself too much. What do you think? The WARose Rosé, what a wonderful nose. It just really throws itself out at you. And this is a co-fermented blend, 67% Syrah and 33% Viognier. So how does it taste? That's really nice. I like that. That will be a wine that I can drink this summer. It's got a nice finish on it. The finish keeps moving on. Nice and crisp. Okay, the next wine I'm on is from Dusted Valley here in Walla Walla. They call this their Ramblin' Rose. And they really have the right idea when it comes to making a rosé for picnics, because it comes with a screw cap. Very handy. So how does it taste? And by the way, as always, I love the Dusted Valley labels. The Ramblin' Rose rosé really goes well with their muse on their label. She does kind of look like a Ramblin' Rose with carrying her sheaths of wheat. So how does it taste? Very different. Oh wow, there's quite a finish on this one. It's very, boy, it's really kind of a burnt cream, yummy, like a creme brulee. That's really nice and very different. And I have to say, I believe I tasted this last week at the Washington Wine Twitter event we had at the Olive, downtown Walla Walla. And I believe it was Tyler that poured me a glass right off the bat, and I got to try it, and I really liked that very well. That's really a nice food wine. So how does the Skylight Cellars Rosé taste? We'll try it out. It's got a nice cherry, nice strawberry cherry kind of nose. Definitely a Sangiovese. And I notice it is from the Stone Ridge Vineyard in Yakima Valley. Yeah, this is a wine that I would recommend. I'd recommend this with food, absolutely. It can hold up to, a nice red pasta meal, definitely. And that's the beauty of these rosés, especially in the summertime. You get the taste of the red grape that you love so much, but so much lighter. That concludes my tasting of rosés from Washington State, or in this case, my rosés from Walla Walla. Look, I just wanted to run by the colors. Very different, but all equal as far as taste. They're all, very different, but that's what makes these kind of experiences so much fun. It's part of tasting wine. And earlier on the Twitter TasteLive, Paul Gregutt mentioned that white wines are harder to make. Exactly. And so are rosés. A little more difficult rosés, but I'm really happy to see that more and more wineries, especially here in Walla Walla, are making these wonderful, pretty pink rosés. And so to all you self-proclaimed wine aficionados out there, the next time you go into a winery and they offer you a white or a rosé, don't turn your nose up and hiss, "I only do reds." You know who you are. Give these wines a taste, because if you really are the real wine lover aficionado that you claim you are, then you welcome yourself to all of the wines out there. So that's my lecture for this evening, and this was great fun as always through the magic of Twitter and the internet. Ciao.